Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and today I'm going to show you how to build a Savanna house in Minecraft. This is another episode of my tutorial series where I'm building a house for all of the main biomes in the game. Make sure you subscribe to catch all of the new builds, and you can also check out the playlist that will be linked in the description down below to find all of the other biome houses that have already been done. Before we begin, if you're building this in survival mode, you might want to check out the description down below for a full materials list of all of the items that we're going to be using to build this house. I would just like to say that this build was actually inspired from another Savanna house I saw from Bnews, so along with the other things, a link to their video will also be down in the description. The base of this build is made out of stone bricks, andesite, stone and crackstone bricks, but just for the simplicity of this tutorial, we're going to be using stone bricks only for now and adding in these three later for some texture. So grab your stone bricks if you would like to do it this way, and once you found a good spot to build it in, we're going to start by placing 3 of these blocks in each corner. So place 3 diagonally, leave a gap of 3 and place 3 more, another gap of 3 and place 3 more, and a final gap of 3 and place 3 more. So you should have this kind of spherical shape all equal distance apart. You can then bring all of these blocks up so that they are 4 blocks high. Now you just need to pick which one of these sides you'd like to be the front of the house. Mine is going to be this one right here, and we want a line of blocks going across the top, a slab in the middle, an upside down stair either side, and 2 walls at the bottom. Then we can come round to the left hand side and we're going to add a line of blocks at the bottom, a line of blocks at the top, then a line of upside down stairs, and leave it like that. Round the back side of the house, we're going to go 3 blocks in the middle, 3 blocks along the top, and then an upside down stair here, and 2 full blocks at the bottom. And for the final side, we're just going to do 4 blocks either side like this, and then 2 blocks here on the top. Staying around this side of the build, to the right hand side, we're going to break these 3 blocks in the floor, and then these 4 blocks in the floor, and replace them with some stone bricks. On these back 2, we can have 2 upside down stairs like that. Then come forward 1 and go up by 1 and place in 2 more, and then we can have 2 more once again right here. Now we're going to build the staircase leading up to the second floor, and this will turn into a very small room inside the first floor. So what we're going to do to begin with is place a full block here diagonally away from that upside down stair. I'm going to go across by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then we can place a stair at the front of the blocks here and go across by 4. Then we're going to place a stair back by 1 and go across by 3. Then we're going to do the same again and go across by 2. Then we can come around to this back section and we're going to have 2 blocks at the bottom, 3 blocks on the side, 1 more block at the top, and then an upside down stair here. On the other side, we're going to have 4 blocks here, here, and here with stairs on top of the first 2. But on this third one, we're going to have a full block, and then on top of this block and this block, we're going to have some stairs. So this is how your staircase should be looking at the moment. And that is all of the stone blocks that we need to place down. So now you can go around and mix in the andesite, stone and crackstone bricks for some texture. It doesn't really matter how you do this, whether you want to add in less texture or more than what I've done. But if you want to follow along here with the tutorial, I've tried to keep stone bricks as the most common block, and then the other 3 kind of just placed in every now and again. So when you're looking at it, most of it is stone bricks, but there's still that little bit of texture. Now the base of the build is textured, we can just go around and add in the details. So starting on the left hand side here, we're just going to add in 3 light grey stained glass panes for some windows. We're going to have 2 over here and then 1 on this small section. Round the front of the build, we're going to have an acacia fence gate in the middle and then 2 flower pots either side. And we're not going to put anything inside of them. They are not meant to be flower pots. They're meant to make the wall go like that and just look a little bit cool. We're just going to head inside the build and make the ceiling, which is going to be made out of brick blocks. So we're going to face this side right here, and we're going to have a line of bricks going across the top. Then on the top part of the block, we're going to have a line of brick slabs, and then we basically just want to repeat that all the way over until we get over to the other side. And this is also going to serve as the floor to the second level, and that will just make building a whole lot easier when we do eventually get up there. But once you have your brick blocks in place, on this block right here, just above this doorway, we can have a lantern, and same again over the other side to nicely light up this room. So this bottom floor is going to be a small farming area. So we're going to begin by breaking the central block. So just line yourself up with 2 of the sides and place in an acacia slab or some other block that you can waterlog with a water bucket. As you can see, there's still water, which will be able to hydrate all of the land surrounding that center block. Now you just want to get your hoe and till all of the surrounding blocks that you're able to access inside of here. Obviously not those stone bricks inside of that, and nor beyond this gate here. Now before you plant down whatever seeds you would like to plant in here, can you see that little sliver of dirt peeking through under the blocks? Because the farmland is slightly lower than dirt, you can actually see the blocks underneath, which doesn't really look that great. So what I'd recommend you do, just grab stone bricks. You don't need the texture for this part, but just go around and replace all of these dirt blocks with some stone bricks. It's just such a fine little detail that if you notice it and you haven't changed out the blocks, it's going to really bug you. As you can see, it looks that little bit better with the blocks switched out. If you do want to mix in some andesite, cracked and stone bricks, that's totally fine, but it's not really needed because once you actually have your crops planted in here, whichever ones you are using, you're not really going to be able to see it other than when you actually harvest. So go ahead, plant your wheat, carrots, potatoes or beetroot inside of here, and the last thing we need to do is just place down a double chest in this little compartment for a bit of storage and supplies for your farming needs. Now we can just come to one of these 4 corners here, and we're going to add in 2 upside down acacia stairs like that, either side of this central block. And then on this block right here, we want 3 stripped acacia logs, and then either side of it, we want 3 regular acacia logs. So we get something like this. And lastly, we just want to place 3 acacia fences on top of the stairs. And you can go ahead and repeat this for the other 3 corners. With all 4 of those corners built, we can come to our staircase here, and we're just going to place 1, 2 and 3 acacia stairs in the middle with 1 more here and then a slab on the corner block. And we also want to replace this stone brick with an acacia plank like that. We can go ahead and place our acacia door on the back of that plank block, and then we're just going to have 3 stripped acacia logs either side of it with an upside down stair just above the doorway. And lastly, we want 2 acacia trapdoors either side of these stairs here. On the front side over here, we're going to start by doing a similar thing as we have for our doorway with 3 stripped acacia logs either side. This time we're going to have an acacia plank in the middle, then a white stained glass pane and an upside down stair on top of it like that. We can then have 3 coarse dirt just below our window, and we're going to cover the sides of them up with some oak trapdoors to make a nice little flower bed. But we do need some bottom support, so we're just going to have an acacia slab in the middle and then 2 stairs either side. Of course, we need a flower in our flower bed right in the center. Any is absolutely fine. And then we're just going to have 2 acacia fences, which will eventually connect to the roof above. And just like we did over on this side, we want to go ahead and grab 2 acacia trapdoors and place them either side of those stairs again. Coming around to the left hand side, we're going to start with a single stripped acacia log line in the middle, and then we're going to have 2 acacia planks on the top blocks and then 2 acacia stairs on the bottom blocks. We can also go ahead and stick our white stained glass pane windows in the middle, and then we can place an oak fence gate in front of both of them and open them on up and place an oak trapdoor on top of them as some shutters. And last but not least, we just want to place 5 acacia trapdoors along those stone brick blocks. And for the final side round here, we're going to have a horizontal line of stripped acacia logs with 2 acacia trapdoors folded up against the logs like that, and then 2 upside down stairs above them with a slab in the middle. We can also go ahead and place some acacia trapdoors along the bottom here, just like we did for this side. And last but not least, we just need a nice little flower pot. Mine is going to have an acacia sapling inside of it. With all 4 sides now complete, we can grab some acacia planks and we're just going to outline the top of the build on all of these 4 blocks with some of those planks going all the way around like that. Then we can grab some acacia slabs and we just want to place them on the bottom half of these acacia planks coming outwards by a block. So make sure they're on the bottom, not the top section. They should be connecting to the fences, as you can see as we go around, and just make sure you're only placing one of them and not something like this on the corners. That's too far. We just want 1 acacia slab next to all of the planks. Then, whilst we're down here, we can also grab some acacia trapdoors, and on all of the 4 sides, we're going to place 3 trapdoors like that. So, one on the outside, one in the middle, and one on the other outside for all 4 of the sides, just like that. And then we can come up to the top section here, and we just want to place a temporary block for now, and then grab some more slabs, and we're just going to go all the way around with those slabs, making sure they are up by half a block from the original planks. And you just want to follow this line going all the way around, connecting back up to the other side here, leaving you with this gap in the middle. In this section, we're going to be building another one of these, except it's a smaller version. So we're going to go ahead and grab some acacia planks, and we're just going to place 4 of those in the center of all of those slabs, right in the middle. Then we can place 4 white stained glass panes on top of those planks, and then 4 more acacia planks on top of the glass panes. Just make sure you're clicking right on top of the pane, not on the 2 sides. Then we can go ahead and place an acacia slab on top of all of those planks, and then we're going to place 2 more either side of it like that. I know this is looking a little bit weird at the moment, but it's just the easiest way to build it with as few temporary blocks as possible. So now what we can do is maybe just step inside and pillar up if you're in survival mode, and we're going to place in 3 acacia logs underneath all 8 of these acacia slabs, coming down to the same level as these planks here. So from the inside it looks like this, and from the outside at the moment it looks like this. Then we can go ahead and place in 3 acacia slabs just half a block under those slabs on the top here on all 4 sides, and then we also just want to stick one in the corner, just as we've kind of done down here, but as I said, on a smaller scale. Then we just want to place in a temporary block here, and maybe one here as well, because we want to go up by half a block. So just get your slabs to this level and make a 3 by 3 like that. And then you also want this last one just up by half a block. So just do something like that and you are all done. With the exterior of the build at least, we've still got the interior to go. So let's head up our staircase and inside, and we can get to work. The first thing we're going to do inside of here is stick a crafting table right in the center. So just line yourself up with the sides and place it on down. Then we can grab some stripped oak logs and crouch and place 2 of those on top of the crafting bench with a stripped oak wood on top of those. It's the same as the logs, but with no top texture, as you can see. Then we can just hop on down, grab some ladders, and on the side where our flower pot is, right here, we're just going to place 4 ladders like that. And then on the other 3 sides, on that top block, we're going to have an upside down oak stair. Then we can have an oak slab next to all of these stairs in the corners. Just going to interrupt myself here and say that when we place down these oak planks, you actually want to be using oak slabs. If you place them down in the same way, you should have the same result looks wise. It'll just make the storage part of this room actually functional. So make sure you use slabs, not oak planks. And then we can grab some of our oak planks, and we're just going to place 5 of them in on all 4 sides next to the acacia planks that we already have there. And we also want 4 more in the corners like that. And then on the remaining blocks that we can see here, we just want to cover them up with some oak slabs going all the way around like that. Now we can just climb the ladder and come up to what is the bedroom. And the first thing we're going to do is actually place a crafting table right in the center and crouch and place a lantern underneath. We are going to be covering up the sides of the crafting table with some slabs going all the way around like this. So as you can see, just looks like another oak plank, but you can actually use it if for whatever reason you don't want to go down to the bottom and craft something. So up here is the bedroom. As I said, we're going to have our bed tucked away in the corner here. And then just at the foot of it, we actually want to place a temporary block here with a loom kind of on the corner block like that. So we can't see the back side, or the front side, I should say, of the loom. We kind of want these textures on show to look like some drawers or something like that. So on top of that, we can have a chest for some extra storage. And then we just want to actually go partially down the ladder, crouch to stop ourselves and look up and place into the corner of this acacia block like that. So we can place in a barrel upside down, which just looks a bit more like a table as opposed to an actual barrel with the top part like that. And then just stick a flower pot on top. And of course you can use it as some more storage. Before we head down to the middle section, we're just going to place an acacia trapdoor on this plank here so we can leave it closed and have a bit more room to move around, or have it open so we can actually use the ladder. But we're going to go down this thing now, and the first thing we're going to do is place a lantern just above the doorway right here, and then same again on the opposite side over here. Now is where we're going to place down some chests, and this is where switching these blocks out to slabs comes in handy, because next to the door we're going to have 3 double chests like that on either side, and you should be able to open these top chests here because those are slabs and not a full block. That's why it's important we make that change. But we're going to do 6 double chests here on the door side, and then just come to the right here, and we're going to place 6 more like that, and which should be enough storage for most people in a starter type like house, where we're just going to have a stone cutter at the bottom and a grindstone upside down at the top. On the 2 remaining sides, one of them is going to be an array of furnaces, so we're just going to have 3 regular furnaces next to those stripped acacia logs, with a blast furnace and smoker either side, with 2 brewing stands on top of both of those. On the other side round here, and the final one at that, we're going to have 2 barrels in the corner blocks with a single chest on top for even more storage if you possibly need it, with a cartography table one side, a smithing table on the other, and an ender chest in the middle. So there we go, everybody. That's how you build a Savanna house in Minecraft. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you ever so much for doing that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.